So today I'm going to be explaining you on why you should invest in the stock market at a young age. So it's 9:30 in the morning and your alarm begins to ring. The stock market is opened. You open your phone and it feels as if it is Christmas morning when you check your bank account and see that it has risen exponentially. This is what happens when you invest in the stock market at an early age. So a little bit of background about what the stock market is. So James Chen explains the stock market refers to the collection of markets and exchanges where regular activities of buying, selling, and issuance of shares of publicly held companies take place. So why you should invest in the stock market now? So time is your advantage. We're all young here, and we can our stocks can grow through compound interest. Secondly, we're all young and we're involved in the latest trends, so we know what's going on around the world, which will help set us up on what to invest in. And lastly, it helps set up for a successful retirement. So my credibility, I've invested in the stock market about 2 years ago, and my bank account's about doubled. So firstly, as I said, time is at the advantage. Time's at the advantage for use. So we need to take advantage of compound interest. So compound interest is defined as the powerful force allows someone to invest in a sum of money today that will grow into a much larger amount. So for example, if you have $100 and it grows to $110, instead of that interest only being on the $100, the interest will be on 110. So instead of making $10, you'll make $11. Secondly, the earlier you start investing, the more time you have to recover from poor investments. So we're all young, everyone makes mistakes. We're gonna need to recover from poor investments and figure out what the right stocks are to invest in. And then lastly, we have more time to learn the ins and outs of the stock market. My second point is the quicker you start to invest, the more accustomed you are to new trends. For example, we know popular trends nowadays. So in an article I was reading, it says the youth is finding new trends and different technology to help determine worthwhile investments. Different issues, including the coronavirus, can help us figure out what trends to invest in. So during the coronavirus, I know DoorDash would be a popular one to invest in because we couldn't go out during that time, so we needed public services to help deliver us food. Secondly, we know social media are established with the different TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. We know those social media outlets, and if you invest in those social media outlets, it'll help grow your portfolio and you'll make money off of that. And lastly, we know more about technology. So we know different apps like Robinhood, Webull are different apps that you can invest in, and us younger generation were more introduced to those compared to the older generation. And lastly, you can set yourself up for successful retirement. So investing can help combat inflation. So as we get older, the price of living just continues to rise. So the price of living rises at a rate of about 2%. And if you just invest in a common stock index like S&P 500, it rises at about an 8%. So that 8% is a lot greater than 2% of inflation. Also, Roth IRAs will benefit your retirement. So what a Roth IRA is you put the money in now, and it's taxed now. So when you're older, you're going to make a lot more money. So it's going to be more heavily taxed. But if you put your money in now for a Roth IRA, it's going to be taxed now based on what your income is now. Compared to as an IRA, will be taxed when you take that money out. When you're a lot older, which you'll probably make a lot more money, so your tax bracket will be a lot higher. So in conclusion, we need to take advantage of compound interest. The quicker one starts to invest in the stock market, the quicker they grasp the useful knowledge and apply that to making more money. And the quicker one starts a retirement fund, the easier it is to save to set yourself up for a successful future. And then a quote from Paul Samuelson, is investing should be more like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. If you want excitement, take $800 and go to Las Vegas.
All right.